everyone, it's me again with another makeup video. So today we are going to work on false lashes and how to apply them. So let's start with going over just the things that we're going to need, different tools and whatever else. I've got some eyelash curlers, definitely need those. You will need some scissors. Some lashes. Mine have previously been used, so I don't have them in the packaging, but you'll need eyelashes. Some glue. Mine's really old, so hopefully it still works. We'll need mascara. I like to use a little brush, so make sure you have one of those ready, or anything skinny that you don't mind getting glue on. And then if you would like to use tweezers, I personally, they're hit or miss for me sometimes. It's a mood. Mascara and eyeliners. So that sounds like a lot of stuff, but it's all necessary in my opinion. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to, oh, and a mirror would help. Yeah, I have mine right over here. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is take our eyelashes, actually, because if you are taking yours out of the box for the first time, you need to do some measuring. Mine have been worn before, so I just gave them a nice cleaning and brushed them out and got all the mascara and glue off, and now they're ready to go. But for you, if you are taking them out of the box for the first time, you will take them out and measure them to your eye. So they typically come very, very long. So what I like to do is put them on my eye and then see how much I need to cut off. And you always want to cut from the outside in. So these lashes specifically are flared, meaning they are tapered toward the inside of the eye, and then they get longer and fuller to the outside. So if you were to cut from the inside, you'd have a lot of long lashes on the inside of your eye. So always cut from the outside of the eyelash. So I would measure, see how much I need to cut off, go in with my scissors, cut some off, and I'm ready to go. From there, what I like to do is take my glue. Now this stuff is messy, so what I like to do is to squeeze some out. Hopefully this will come out if it's not totally dried out. Not too bad, okay. I squeeze it onto the tip of my brush, or anything will do that is super goopy. It's not supposed to look like that, but we're gonna make it work. Okay, so squeeze some onto like a end of a makeup brush or a toothpick or something that you don't mind getting glue on. I'm gonna grab some tweezers and I'm gonna grab my lashes from the edge. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take my glue and run it through the edge. Oh, it's super dry. Through the band of my lashes, like this. Okay, it's super dry. Hopefully this works. Usually the reason that I like to do this is because glue, it comes out fast. And if you just go in straight with the glue, like the tube, and you try to squeeze some out and put it on there, it's gonna get all over the place. You're gonna get too much. So this way I have a lot more control. Get some glue on there, and then I like to kind of wiggle, 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 just to get the band nice and curved to my eye because it is not straight. Now, while this is drying, what I like to do, because we need to wait for the glue to dry just a little bit so that it can get tacky, otherwise it's super goopy and messy, and when you go to put it on, it's gonna slide all over the place and be a mess. So I'm gonna take my eyelash curler while this is drying, and I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes really quick. I find this to be an important step to help with the blending. So I just do a quick curl to help my eyelashes curl upwards because they kind of like to go more straight out. So if your eyelashes like to go straight like mine, or they even go down, it helps to curl them first and then apply some mascara. Just a little bit will do. You don't need to go in and goop it on there. Goop is apparently the word for today. So let's see how many times I can say it in this video. So I'm just applying just a little bit just to get them coated. Now by this time, your glue should be ready to go. Mine is probably too dry because it's super old, but yours should be fine. So now all I'm gonna do is, looking down into my mirror, I'm going to pop it straight on top, getting as close to my lash line as possible. And then I'm going to, can you see? I'm going to start by pushing down the outer corner and then working my way in to the inner corner. And if your glue is not too dry or too goopy, oh, there we go again, and slippery, they should just pop right on. If your lash glue is a little dry like mine, you might be having a little bit of a hard time. But it's okay. We got it. All right, and now all I'm gonna do is take my fingers, kind of like tweezers. Mine are really skinny, so I'm not gonna use them. I'm gonna take my fingers and push down at the lash band to blend my natural lashes and my falsies together. And there you go, they are on. Now you can see they're still kind of wet, so we're gonna wait for that to dry. It'll dry clear, it'll be fine. We're good to go. So you can see there's a big difference between these two eyes. Can you tell? Yes, you can tell. Okay, these are much more dramatic. And there's so much more definition, so my eyes aren't getting lost on stage. I forgot to mention that we already have our eyeliner on, which I went over in our last week's video, so make sure you do that first. For the other eye, I'm going to do something different, so I'm gonna look super different, but it is a little bit easier because we are only going to be working with half lashes, so they stick on a lot easier because you only have to worry about the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these lashes, which are a little funky because they're old, but I couldn't go out to the store and get more, so we're working with what we have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in half. Now I want to make sure, again, that I'm using the outside of the lash because I want the long fullness on the outer corner to keep everything lifted up, just like we have been doing with our liner and everything else. So I'm just going to take these and cut them in half, and then try to fix them a little bit because they're a little funky. So from there, I'm going to do the exact same thing, except it will be a lot easier than working with a full band. And they stay on a little bit better because it's always the inner corner that pops off. Okay, so grabbing with my tweezers, I'm gonna go in with more glue because this stuff is super dry. And doing the same thing, just dragging my band through the glue, getting that perfect amount. It's not getting all up in the lashes and making them all stick together. Making sure I've got a good amount on the edges or the corners. Okay, and now while I wait for this to dry, or not dry, but become tacky, I'm going to go in with a lash curler. And my mirror would help so that I can not rip out my lashes. And Quick, girl. I'm gonna go ahead and bend this just a little bit. Now all I'm gonna do is do the exact same thing, starting at the outer corner, lining that up. I should be using my tweezers, pushing that down on the outside and down in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna give that just a minute to dry. Okay, so now that we have both eyelashes applied, everything is looking good and dry. This side is looking a little bit messed up because of the glue. Now what I'm gonna do is take my liquid liner that I used in my last video, what I used earlier to apply my wing, and I'm just going to go over the lash band to help with the glue. Because sometimes it can dry a little bit funky, and that just helps perfect it and fix your line. The next thing that I'm going to do, just to finish this look off, is take some black pencil liner. Oh. Not that one. And this part's super creepy to watch, but I swear it doesn't hurt. It's just like uncomfortable a little bit. But I'm going to take my pencil underneath of my lash line to the inside of my eye. I'm going to point it upward. All I'm going to do is close my eye and just draw a line back and forth. And I don't know if you can see on camera the difference, but it makes this side look so much blacker and fuller, and this side still looks kind of naked. So I'm doing the same thing back and forth, and now all the gaps are filled, there's no skin peeking through, and it looks finished. Now when we're going for stage makeup, the thing that I like to do also is to take a white liner on my lower lash line to the inside of my eye, and this helps make everything look bigger. Because we obviously want to have nice big eyes on stage. So I'm doing the same thing. This time I'm just keeping my eyes open. But do you see the difference? Big eye, little eye. Okay, and then taking my mascara, throwing a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes. And we are good to go. So, as you can see, this eyelash is popping off because the glue is so dry. And like I said, the inner corner is always the first one to go, so that's why we're having issues with this side. But if my glue is fresh, everything would be fine. You would be foolproof and good to go for the stage. But you can see the difference between how dramatic each side is. Just push up real quick. This side is full all the way across, and this side is very open on the inside and full and lifted just on the outside. Oh, there is how to apply false lashes so that you are all ready for the stage. I think next week you can join back in to learn how to apply eyeshadow for stage makeup. I will see you all next week. Bye.